Really important stuff as we head into the heart of wildfire season for western parts of the country. And just look at the drought conditions that we're seeing for some of those areas. We really are talking severe and extreme drought stretching from the coast of Texas all the way up into the desert Southwest, extending into parts of Southern California, but even up into parts of Montana and kind of the northern tier of the country, parts of the Midwest, seeing those drought conditions, though not quite as extreme as areas further south. As we bring it back closer to the Sunshine State, we have seen some improvement. It was 2 weeks ago where we had that big rain event from Sunday into Monday that really chipped away at some of the drought conditions. Our severe drought went from about 26% of the state in that extreme drought. That's the colors there in red that we see near Fort Myers, extending down into parts of Alligator Alley in the Everglades area. Now 12% of the state in extreme drought. So we have seen some improvement, and with the rain that we start to talk about heading into the rainy season, just a couple of those days will really clear out the lingering dry conditions. And so with some of the rain that we've started to pick up on, we have seen some of the counties drop their burn bans. Those include Polk County down to Hardy and Highlands, no longer under those mandatory burn bans, but really the rest of the area under those burn bans, except for areas just north of Tampa Bay. We don't see those for parts of Citrus and Hernando County. And as for Pasco and Hillsborough, yard debris always banned for those counties. But still, it's just something we want to be aware of until we really clear out the lingering dry conditions here around the area. But look at the day ahead. We are certainly starting to see signs that the rainy season making its return, especially by the end of the week. We'll start to talk about some better rain chances closer to the coast. We haven't seen too much coastal rain here, but we will get in on the mix for areas west of 75 to see more of that shower and storm activity later on this week. But it certainly has been hot out there, feeling like summer for sure. We had 93 yesterday in Tampa, 95 was our high in Brooksville, and even around St. Pete, Sarasota, right around 90 degrees. So even not a whole lot of relief for some areas closer to the beach. Temperatures right now, they are rather warm for morning temperatures. 81, Tampa, St. Pete, Sarasota 79, Brooksville 69, a little bit cooler for some of our Nature Coast spots, right around 70 degrees for Crystal River. And then Haines City, Winter Haven, about mid-70s for you, and Northport waking up to 73 this morning. But dew points, they are up there. You walk outside, you're going to get hit with just this wall of muggy air. That is going to be the trend today, making it feel much hotter, as we've got dew points right now between about 74 to 77 for a good chunk of the area. So this is a look at the forecast of how it's going to feel outside through the day. By 9 o'clock, already feeling like 90 degrees. Then by 2 o'clock, it's feeling like 101 with a good chunk then into the early evening hours, feeling like the low triple digits. As for storm chances today, they are going to vary depending on where we're at. Tampa, we're talking 20% rain chances. We may get swiped with one of those isolated showers, but storm chances are really going to favor Polk, DeSoto, Hardy, Highlands yet again, where we see those storm chances jump up to 40 and even 60% as we head further inland. We've got an isolated storm just off the coast there, Venice, Gulf Gate Estates, well offshore. Just boaters, keep that in mind if you are heading out this morning. I don't expect those to move on shore, but we've got this southeast wind, so that's kind of going to drift them right along the coast there. You can see the models kind of picking up on that. But otherwise, a lot of sunshine. We stay dry through the first half of the day. Then as the sea breeze starts to do its thing by 1, 2 o'clock, maybe an isolated sprinkle possible right along the 75 corridor, but any of those showers and storms will quickly move inland, where as they start to head further east, that's where we expect some better thunderstorm potential, especially into the evening hours close to sunset. This is paused here at 8 o'clock tonight. You see some of those thunderstorms further back across the East Coast. Orlando, one of those areas where you have seen a lot of storms around the area during the evening hours. And then as we get some of those outflow boundaries going, we may see a couple of those showers and storms head a little bit further back toward the west before they clear out for tonight. Then the big picture, we are going to be tracking this cold front that starts to move across the deep south. That come Thursday, Friday into Saturday morning is going to bring us some more impressive rain chances. And so it does look like we start out the weekend with some heavier areas of rain around the coast, clear that out on Saturday, and we'll have drier conditions on Sunday. But we'll continue to watch that cold front heading our way for you and continue to keep you updated. There's a look at highs today, though, where we are talking low to mid 90s. It's going to be feeling like the low 100s, though, for most of the Tampa Bay area. Mild and muggy tonight will drop to a low of about 78, and then we kind of rinse and repeat this pattern for the next couple of days until some cooler temperatures, and we're talking upper 80s making a return at the end of this week and this weekend.